You're on.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
It's Sunday night. We took our weekly picture with Winnie.
Uh-huh.
So we've done this every day, every Sunday for the last, 3 months we've had her?
Yeah, about 3 months.
Do you guys have,
a little over 3 months.
do you see how big she's gotten?
She's very big.
She's taller than Kathy.
She's not taller than me.
She's such a good girl.
She's pretty big, though.
She is such a good girl. That pretty face.
She's beautiful. Winnie, who's a good girl?
It's Winnie.
Did you show them what she
Oh,
she
yeah.
achieved? Here you go.
Yeah, look at this.
There you go.
Here's her diploma.
Yeah, she got it.
This is why I couldn't do Thursday Night Lives anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had to go to puppy, what the hell was that?
It was a training class.
You know what we did?
Training class.
Puppy class.
Yeah.
So she got a diploma. She's a big girl.
She's very good.
Right? Okay.
Okay. She achieved.
We brought her home. She fit in my hand. I remember we did that video. The day we brought her home, we did that AMC, the Scrambler video. And I had her whole body was just like on my hand and my arm over here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She's big now.
She's big and she's beautiful. Okay, you want to get down? You want to get down? Come on. Okay, just stay.
Yeah, she's certified, yeah.
Yeah, ask Winnie questions.
She can answer.
She's brilliant. I mean, wait, let's see. Winnie, give me a paw. Shake. Shake. Good girl. Good girl. Wait, watch this, watch. Winnie, high five. Good girl.
Yeah, she's very smart.
She knows a bunch of tricks now.
Mm-hmm.
High five again. High five. High five. Winnie, high five. Oh, close enough. Yes, I know. I love you too.
So how was everybody's weekend? Good? Uncle Winnie, yeah. What's up, Zero?
Uncle Winnie. What's happening, Zero?
Let's see, don't look like I want to get down. Oh, Danny Bird's saying, yeah, she seems she's a little subdued right now.
Yeah.
I guess she's
she's not really a lap dog. Like, she'll hang out for like a minute and then she's off and running around.
Yeah, she's usually pretty crazy. Is she hiring?
She's been wrestling with Maggie like all day, so I guess she's just wiped out.
Is Tony getting training too?
Yeah, I need it.
You do need it. Winnie, what are you doing? You're a good girl. You're a good girl. High five.
She can't reach you.
High five.
High five. Give mommy a high five.
She can't.
No, okay, no,
She's not.
leave it.
She got lanky, yeah. She's pretty tall. Chongo 68 says, great weekend, worked on my 62 dart.
Nice.
Uncle Tony, what makes you happy?
Puppies.
Yeah. Not cars, Tony?
Cars are okay, but puppies are better.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
What? I mean,
more than
it
cars?
is what it is.
I don't know. You told me cars come first.
Well, that was before puppies.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Cat Subway. Sit good dog. She does all that.
Yes. Yeah, she does down and she does. Don't you have to do it now?
No, don't tell her to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't drive a puppy to work. No, you can't. Okay, Joe K says, just finished up a fuel pump job on a Chevy truck. That lock ring was torture.
Did you have to take the bed off or did you drop the tank? What?
See, Tabo says, Tony, you're getting me hooked. I've been searching Marketplace for cheap Jeeps.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing and I have to stop. Because it's like, one is great, two of them, the black one just sits in the shop. I hardly ever use it. And now we've got three, so it's a sickness. And yes, I've already become attached to the damn thing.
What are you going to do with the flamingos?
A lot of the people said leave the flamingos. So I don't know.
I'm not driving it. Just letting you know.
You don't like the flamingos?
No, I really don't like this.
Why?
Because, I don't know. It's like cheesy.
You're so conservative.
I'm not conservative at all. It's not a good look. I just don't like the flamingos. There's so many other designs that could have been used. You know?
What?
Oh gosh, so many designs. I don't know.
Shh, Winnie, you want to go out? You want to
Yes, she
go?
wants to
Let me let her out.
You can take a puppy to work, and I recommend it.
Well, I am at work. That's my puppy.
Guy Billington says 318 or 6 for daily interstate driver.
318 what?
318
Yeah.
or slant 6 for daily interstate driver.
The 318 would be happier. This slant is great. It's a great motor, but realistically, the 318 is a better overall motor.
Tony, what's up with this slant 6?
What's up with it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Lastly, Dad, I'm making my daughter a muscle car go-kart. Torn between a Mini 66 Coronet 500 or a Charger 500.
Oh, you're gonna make the body? Oh, jeez, we'll do the Charger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's creaking?
My bones?
Is that me? Is that the chair that I'm in, or is it your chair?
I think it's my wrist. It could be my wrist. Because I was working on that Jeep this morning, and if I had known I was going to need so much flexibility at an old age, I wouldn't have crashed as many motorcycles as I did.
Such a liar.
So I needed an extra bit of articulation, to get that clamp and the bolt.
I think my chair is like
sinking
and creaking.
Because you look like you're going down.
Am I going down?
Yeah.
I might be. I might be lowering. What is that making that noise? Yeah.
Oh, I'm only really seeing you from the nose up.
Am I still driving Project Daily Driver? Yeah, I just drove it to the supermarket.
Yes. I have to do a little body
It needs
work.
some work though.
Yeah.
I also saw a piece of the back bumper is peeled off.
Yeah, that happened a long time ago. Yeah, I got the chrome peel on the back bumper, and since like 2 months after I painted it, there was like a blister on the C pillar. So now the blister is finally separated and cracked. So I gotta fix that.
Yeah, just don't touch it right now. You have too many things going on.
I know.
We have to move.
Yes.
We have the holidays coming.
The only thing I'm gonna do is tomorrow I'm gonna wash the white Jeep. I'm gonna drive it to the car wash.
Somebody yells at you to wash it.
Well, I'm gonna wash it.
Okay,
I wasn't gonna wash it until I knew it ran. Now I know it runs, and I could drive it to the car wash. So I'm just gonna drive it to the car wash.
Okay. Charlton Zimmerman, how's the cheap Jeep turning out? Check the head gasket yet?
Yeah, watch today's video.
Let's see, a bunch of white XJ videos. Has it paid for itself yet? Laugh out loud. Don't look.
I have to look.
No, don't
I
look.
have to look.
Don't look.
Shh.
I don't want to know.
I have to look. Hang on.
Let's see.
Has
Buffett.
Has the Jeep paid for itself yet?
Let's see. Touch it up with a brush. And if it's a small spot, then color sand it, Danny Boyd says.
Okay, so this isn't showing.
What's in the cup? Probably coffee.
Coffee.
It is coffee.
Okay, the white Jeep has. Sorry, because I don't have the updated numbers. The white Jeep has 3/4 of the way paid for itself.
Well,
it'll be paid for by tomorrow around lunchtime. That's how it works.
are you adding that right?
Yeah, because
Are you just paying attention to the Jeep itself, the views on the Jeep itself, not other videos?
no, I went just to the Jeep itself.
Just the Jeep itself.
Just Jeep itself, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be paid for tomorrow around lunchtime.
How long have you all been using that football field mouse pad? Okay, so I'm kind of attached to that. I keep washing it. It's really old. So here, pick it up for a second. Let me see the date on it. It has a date on it. It's hang on. 1998. Can you see it? 19.
So you've been using that for 26 years.
Yep, 1998.
She's been using that for 26 years.
Jets mouse pad. It's really Tony gets it dirty, and I keep washing it here.
How often do I use this computer?
Often enough to get the mouse pad dirty.
It's like 5 minutes. I'm like Pigpen. I'm always covered in.
dirty.
Yeah.
There's always like marks on like the door handle and like above the doors, like the garage door and the front door. It's okay. This chair's driving me nuts. It's making noise. Ignore it. Ignore it. They don't make them like they used to. No, they don't make mouse pads like they used to. So I got that with my first computer.
1998.
Yeah, my first real big computer.
Okay.
The G3, the Mac G3.
That was like thousands and thousands.
Yeah, it was
of dollars.
the first Mac, the big blue Mac. So that was the mouse pad that was with it. And we had dial-up.
26 years of using that thing.
Yep.
Time flies.
That's how long I've been using Photoshop and I still don't know how to use it.
I don't even really know what it is.
It's okay, you don't have to.
I keep myself deliberately ignorant of like just about anything having to do with this stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to learn Adobe programs. Let's see, I didn't get internet until 2004, Danny Boyd says. I work in IT, set up many of those old G3s. Did you, Chris? Okay, so see, I had the G3. I was like one of the first people that got it. And I was doing Photoshop and like Illustrator, Adobe programs. And then like my computer wasn't doing so good. And there was nobody that could fix it.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Like there was nobody that would touch a Mac.
You paid like $6,000
It
for
was
that
like
thing.
$6,000. Yes, by the time I got the computer and the printer that I needed,
Yeah.
because I was doing artwork and stuff, it was, everything was like transitioning from hand-done to Adobe, and it was a very confusing time. I'm a little bitter, but it's okay. I'm alright. I'm okay now, 26 years later.
I'm still bitter
Are you
about
still
color
bitter?
TV. To be honest with you, okay?
But yeah, nobody could fix a Mac, so I guess now they kinda can, right?
No.
No?
The Mac is still a thing.
It's still like, is
Yeah.
it proprietary?
It's its own, yeah.
Yeah, some of it is, I think.
Apple and Mac and all of that stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what Apple is.
Yeah.
Mac is Apple.
Well, you know, the phones and...
Yes. Yes.
Now, what's amazing is you could do more with your phone today than you could have done with that computer 26 years ago.
Yeah. For sure. It was slow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so slow.
But it was lightning fast for the
And
day.
there weren't even that many websites up yet. It was
No, there was like
funny.
4 websites.
4 websites.
Yeah. It was Al Gore was on 2 of them, I think.
Captain Hook 76 says, Kathy, you and I could talk old graphic arts in the late 90s for hours. Yeah, I'm sure. It was a fun time, I have to tell you. I think I was the most miserable person ever. Because I knew how to do things by hand. Everything by hand. And then they're like, oh no, you don't need to do that anymore. Look at this. You don't even have to be an artist. And I was like, screw you.
See, you had that.
Screw you guys.
You had
I
that.
practiced for hours.
I had a web TV.
Yeah, you had a web TV?
I mean, that was lightning fast compared to your computer.
Probably. Let's see. Find a bigger cliff. I don't know what that means. Tony, have you heard Sweden is boycotting Teslas?
I have not.
Yeah.
Why is Sweden boycotting Tesla?
I don't know. Okay, Zero says, is that when you answered the phone and the internet went away? Yeah, shut up, Zero. Shut up.
Yep, every time the phone rang, the internet would cut out.
I still remember that sound. The dial-up?
Make it.
No, I don't know how to make it. Do you know how to make it?
I can hear it.
I can
I can
hear
hear
it too. I can still hear the dial on the phone too. Can you hear the dial on the phone?
I
With your
learned
finger?
how to hack that.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was a teenager.
Oh yeah, you hit the button.
You hit the
right?
button.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember the rotary phones, right? The way that worked was that there was a click. So if you dialed like 3, okay, when you let go of the dial, it would click 3 times, and that's how it knew. So back then, people used to put like businesses would put locks on their phones so you couldn't dial. But I learned that if you hit the hang up button, quickly enough. So let's say you wanted to dial like 356.
That's because long distance was super expensive.
Long distance was ridiculous.
2 kids in a string, showcase size.
So if you came across a locked phone, all you do is pick up, the handset, right, and just hit the buttons. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you dial any number you want.
We had rotary phones, so we were babies actually.
Yes.
Yeah, babies. So everybody making fun of us for being so old. 0. Okay, let's see.
Boomer technology.
Right. That's called walking the dial, Christopher message says.
There you go.
Destroyer 1320 says Tony is my uncle.
I might be.
Okay, let's see. DQ Farley says hi. Alright, which mods have signed up for the UTG Thanksgiving extravaganza?
All of them. Yes.
Yeah. All of them. They're all going to be here. Right,
Ari,
guys?
Fubar Zero, and Kiwi. And Kiwi is going to be doing it from, I think, from Kiwi Land. I think he's going to...
New Zealand?
I believe so. He's not going to be in town. He's traveling this weekend coming up, and then he's got surgery the following weekend.
What time is it going to be in New Zealand when we do our live?
I don't care. I don't care. He'll be there and he'll be happy.
He's going to get up in the middle of the
I
night.
have to go to his place in the morning. He's having trouble with a dual quad setup on a Mustang.
Okay. So, yeah, all the mods and Kiwi are
yes,
going to
all
be
the mods
here
and
next
Kiwi.
Sunday.
Right, next Sunday night, Sunday Night Live. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be definitely neat.
Let's see. Winnie Tracy, the question is not whether or not you can put a V8 in an XJ. The question is, can you cool it? Very small radiator.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a problem.
You're not going to put a V8 in there.
I'm not. If that motor was toast, like if we started it up and it was like just, it was bad, smoking, rattling and everything, yeah, I might consider it, because I got that motor sitting there, I got transmissions, so I just have to fab up a set of mounts. I don't think, I'll tell you what, the V8 is short enough that I think you get a regular, like a conventional radiator in there. You know what I'm saying? I think that if I use like a SERP belt setup off like a Magnum on that 318 that I had, I think there'd be enough room to sneak a full-size radiator into it.
Okay, so Zero says, show my actual face. Nick Bruni says, with a special guest Viking guy.
He never?
Yeah, he's not. He didn't respond. I checked the emails and everything looking for his response, so it's not that I missed it. Happy Thanksgiving, Drew's Car Care.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Oh, wait, it's not Thanksgiving yet.
He's saying happy Thanksgiving. So I'm responding, happy Thanksgiving. Well, we're only going to see everybody after Thanksgiving. What do you mean, no?
I'll see them Wednesday.
Oh, you'll see them. But I won't.
You won't.
They won't
So this is,
right. How's the Belvedere going?
I haven't touched it in like 3 or 4 days.
I'm good.
Well, we've had things. I
know, I'm busting your chops.
Yeah.
It's my job. Raider X says, I missed the video about moving. Where are you going?
I'm moving to the other side of the city. So I'm on the way outskirts of the city. So I'm moving approximately an equidistance. It takes 15 minutes to get to my current shop. It'll take 12 minutes to get to the new shop. The difference is it's all interstate going to a new shop. It's still in Murfreesboro, but it puts me closer to life and it puts me closer to car people. So well, I'll explain. I'm going to do a whole video showing the new setup and future plans, because moving the shop is only part of it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Let's see. Novanet says, love your channel.
Thank you.
Tony is too busy with XGs, he says.
It's kept me a little preoccupied, but no, we had the granddaughters and Caitlin's basketball game and
the dog.
The dog. Yeah, we've had all kinds of. I've had all kinds of distractions for the last few days.
Sometimes you need a distraction to clear your head.
Not when you do YouTube.
Not when you do
YouTube. You can't have distractions. You have to do this shit every freaking day.
I know.
If you're not actually making a video, you have to be doing preparations to make the next video.
So Mean Machine Mania says, I hate car people.
So do I, for the most part.
Yeah? You hate car people?
Not that I hate car people.
What do you mean by car people? What's a car person?
No, I shouldn't say hate car people.
You don't
Obviously,
hate car
we're
people.
all car people, duh, right? What I mean by that is when I'm out like in the regular world, I really don't like to talk about cars. I like to talk about other things.
No one says I resemble that.
I remember this is my job. This isn't
You
my
like to
hobby.
pretend that you're not a car person. Is that what you're saying?
No.
That's why you like the XJs, because you can be anonymous in an XJ. Nobody looks at you.
No.
The other Jeep people shun you and won't give you ducks.
Most people, no, they won't give me ducks.
They won't give you ducks. No.
I
They're
know.
better than you.
It's funny, right? I only get the Jeep wave from other XJ people.
Yeah, no, you're not getting it
But I don't get it from Wrangler people. Or Rubicon, whatever the hell it is that they drive. But
He doesn't hate you, Chris Greenaway.
Nobody wants to give me ducks. No, you gotta understand, right? So you do your job, whatever your job is, okay? You know, you're an accountant, you're a cook, you're a plumber, whatever it is that you do, right? And then when you're not...
You mean you do this for money?
You're not doing your job, well then you're a car person, so you like to hang out and talk about cars and do cars and everything else. Cars are my job, so I have to do this every day. So when I'm not doing...
Cars have always been your job.
Yes. But like when I'm not doing when I'm doing car stuff, I don't want to talk about car stuff. I want to meet people who are into like, you know, other things. I like to talk to...
You talk about car stuff at the track though. Like if we go to the track,
Of
that's
course
not
I
work.
go to the track because I'm still doing car stuff.
Yeah, but it's not really work when we go to the track.
It is
Like
work.
it is and it isn't.
I can't just relax. I can't just...
Sometimes you do.
No, because the camera is always... I always got to be ready for the friggin' camera.
When you want.
I can't just pick my nose
You
and
did
scratch
pick
my
your nose.
ass.
And I filmed you and I put it on the montage.
That's true, you did. But you know what I'm saying? I see people out in the world who aren't car people because I do car stuff every day, all the time.
He likes to talk about food and melted buildings. That's right.
Yes. Yeah, give me some good Tartarian melted buildings and like I'm all about it.
Oh my goodness.
No, seriously, I like to talk about history, I like to talk about science, I like to talk about like metaphysics and stuff like that. There's kind of economic, you know, psychology. I have so many different interests that I need people who aren't car people in my extraneous life to talk about that stuff.
Okay, so Eric Uvan says, Uncle Tony, how do you start YouTube?
Jeez.
What's up, Eric?
Whatever.
My chair is making noise, so if you hear squeaking, that's what it is.
How do you start YouTube?
How did you start YouTube?
Well, does he want to know how we started
I
it
don't
or
know.
how he wants to start it?
He says, Uncle Tony, how do you start YouTube?
How do you start?
How do you?
Yeah.
How with a D.
Oh, how did I start doing
He
YouTube?
says, how'd you start YouTube?
Okay, so I had a shop here. Okay, so I was in a parts business. I was in a Mopar parts business, and I had a shop called Mid-South Mopars. So I was building Mopars and selling Mopar parts. And I lost the lease. Well, I actually never had a lease. It was month to month on the shop, and they sold the shop out from under me. So
Yeah, they sold the property and didn't tell us it was even for
didn't
sale.
even tell me nothing. I get 30 days to move out. So
He wasn't a pleasant person.
It was a bad deal. In fact, we even had a video.
He was the meanest person ever. But that's okay.
We even had a video of me yelling at him. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Well, he told me to shut up.
Yeah. So I don't know where the video is, but someplace early on, like when we first started the channel, there was a video of me like going off on him. But so I couldn't. I searched the whole area. I searched everywhere for a shop. There were 0 shops available, but I had.
We had started filming at that shop.
Yes, we had.
The day we made the break video was the day he told us he sold it.
That's right. That's right. I
Because he
forgot
was
about
standing out there watching you make the break video.
Right.
And then he came over when we were done and he told us that
So,
we had to get out.
Is that video still up?
Yeah, the break video. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that
It's
was
the second video we made, I think.
the Bolt video was the first
First
one,
one, and then the break video was the second one.
and then we did everything you want to know about an Edelbrock carburetor under a minute.
No, I think we did the radiator video next. Welding the penny.
Oh yeah. Well, you got some memory.
And then we did the incorporate a video.
So we had started playing around making videos as part of that business.
Yeah.
And then
we didn't get a chance to develop it.
Right, there was no chance to develop it.
We didn't know
Do
what
you
we were
remember the
doing.
first video?
It's
I
terrible.
tried
With
to
the
do
bucket.
a rod ratio.
Yeah.
With the bucket.
I still have it.
Oh, you better lose
Someplace.
that. You better lose that. I don't want anybody to ever see that. That's bad. So, oh my God.
It's pretty bad.
It's at a
I
flashback.
think it's still on my phone, my old phone.
So we had started making videos like as part of the business, as part of that shop, right? Lost the shop, went looking everywhere, could not find a shop. So I says, you know what? Let's try a podcast. So that's what we did. We started doing a podcast. Ron Ward, Wrenchski was part of it, and Eric Jackson, the carburetor guy. So we did the podcast for about 6 months. It went nowhere, and then we says, you know,
It was a good podcast.
it was a good podcast. It was a fun podcast, but we
not
couldn't.
that many people knew about it.
We couldn't
Nobody
get any traction
knew
with
about it. Yeah,
You know,
that was the problem.
Yeah, we couldn't get any traction with it. So then we
Our
said,
friends
well,
ignored the fact that we were doing podcasts. They were embarrassed of us.
yeah, oh, that was crazy. But then we started just making videos. We just decided, well, you know, let's give YouTube a try because people were making money off YouTube. So I was like, all right, well, if they can make money off YouTube, I can make money off YouTube.
Yeah, it was because we had to get out of the shop and we were like, okay, we have to do something right now.
YouTube was not my first choice. My
No.
first choice would have been to bounce into another shop. But there was just, you know, when things aren't available, they're not available. And I didn't want to have a 45-minute commute every day to a shop. So YouTube wasn't our first choice, but it worked out really well.
In this city, there's only really a small area where there are shops.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find. Yeah, we lost the shop. We really did.
Yeah.
Of no fault of our own. You guys' early vids are classics, Nick Greeny says. It's terrible.
Dude, they were tragic.
They're still really bad.
They were really bad.
They're bad. We took a bunch of really bad ones down.
Yeah. I deleted them permanently. Like I didn't
That's
want them resurfacing. Like goodbye forever.
Yeah, then you got the storage place, right? Because you needed.
No, I had the storage place.
You had it when?
When we.
You had the lot.
No, we had the parts. We had the parts business was at the storage place.
Well, no, the parts business. We moved to the new shop.
No.
Yeah, remember because you had to scrap all those cars.
Listen to me. We had 6 or so bays in the shop, 6 spaces inside the shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this big parking lot, but I only kept 2 or 3 parts cars out there. All of the parts cars were still at the storage place. I had the whole back, so the storage place.
We had the lot.
Right, the lot.
Yeah.
And I rented literally the entire back of the storage place.
Mm-hmm.
So we had, oh God, I had 15, I had about 16 parts cars. And then piles of parts, and then I also had units that were filled with parts. We were selling a lot of parts. I mean,
Yeah,
we were
every
moving
day.
a lot of stuff.
I was wrapping fenders and taking them to the
Please.
post office.
I should do a video on hacking the post office
You
to
did that.
ship things. I did?
Didn't you? Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you never actually wrapped anything. I don't think the post office would let you do that anymore.
I get away with it. So I already had the storage units, or I had storage units in that place. So after we started doing YouTube and I realized this is going to be a full-time thing, I consolidated, I got rid of a lot of stuff, I consolidated, I scrapped 51,000 pounds of metal. But then I consolidated and they had a 4-bay unit came up. Mm-hmm. So I grabbed that and that was basically our studio for the first year and a half that we did the channel. And then this place came up. So I was like, you know what, let's give it a shot. So the reason I took the place that we're in now is because I had fancy plans. Like I wanted to do our channel, but I also wanted to do spin-off channels. I had this crazy vision in my head that I could get people to cooperate. And we could have 2, 3, 4 different like specialized channels and podcasts. I wanted to do some podcasts.
I still would like to do a podcast.
Well, we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
So when I moved into the shop that we're in now, I didn't move into it because I needed a shop. I moved into that place because it was the way it was set up with offices and it was like compartmentalized. Like there's areas of that place that we've never filmed. So the whole idea was to set up a bunch of different videos, studios to do different videos, but it didn't transpire. And I tried every way you could try to get things going, and it didn't pan out. So now I'm left with...
The universe just kept throwing crazy...
The universe kept throwing insanity at me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I give up. It was like, okay, universe, you win, right? So now I'm downsizing the shop space to just the shop space that I use, because the vast majority of the shop is either empty, at least half of it is empty, like there's nothing there at all. And then about a quarter of it I just use for parking. So I work out of the part where the Belvedere is now, and where the workbenches are, where you see all of our videos being filmed, and the space that I'm moving into is that. It's exactly that size. Yeah. So I lose indoor parking for a couple of vehicles, but now my overhead gets cut by $40,000 a year. So that's significant. I don't care who you are. That's a big chunk of change. But I do have plans. Once we're in that shop, I'm looking for something else, but I'm not going to talk about it until after we're in the shop, and then we start doing that.
Right.
Yes.
And we're making a coloring book.
Yes.
Right?
We're going to do a UTG coloring book.
Coloring book.
Yes, but I don't want to talk about that either.
No, we can't talk about it. Yeah, Uncle Tony bet the universe, yeah.
The universe has sent me some pretty crazy things, I got to tell you.
Will we ever see Kathy turning a wrench or two, even an oil change will do? That would be so cool. I've done all that already.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be on camera.
Before YouTube, I did that.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be on camera.
I used to carry transmissions around. When I cleaned out the shed, I moved all those trains by myself.
Yeah, I have like 6 727s in the shed, and she moved them all.
I used to do all of that stuff, and now I'm just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I did it. I built the motor for the
She built the motor that's in the Charger, the 66 Charger.
I stripped all the paint from the Charger.
You've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I really did a lot to that car.
She paid her dues. She really doesn't want to do anymore, and she doesn't like to be in front of the camera.
Not really.
So.
If I'm doing something in the background that I'm actually doing, not just like, hey, I'm in front of the camera, then it's okay. If I actually have a purpose. If I have a purpose.
Yeah.
If I have a purpose, you're not going to see me doing anything. The parts business was part and parcel to falling apart. I don't know, the parts business was good.
Parts business was very good.
Yeah, it was really good. Will the coloring book have a lesson in drawing fish? Probably, Jason. You have a very good memory, Jason. Okay. What do I look like? I don't know.
Come here and show me what you look like.
No.
Just come over here and show them what you look like.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
She lost over 300 pounds.
That's not true, but okay. Let's tell everybody that. Oh, let's see. What's your opinion on resto mods / modern interiors / 18-inch wheels?
Yeah, totally not my cup of tea. I like the opposite. I like old school.
How's the Impossible 318 coming along?
It's impossible. That's what it is. It's impossible.
They might see me work on the truck, though.
Show them what you look like.
No, I'm good.
Where's that picture that somebody posted on the internet?
Oh, screw that.
Get me that picture.
I don't have it.
You know where it is.
I took Facebook off my phone. I don't have that on my phone.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, that turned the whole 318 thing turned out to be a fiasco. Honestly, I conceived the idea, and it was going to be a collaboration between me and David Vizar with Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage, doing the physical work on David's side, because David he can't really do physical work. So Andy was going to do the physical work, David was going to do the brainstorming, and I was going to do whatever David told me to do. And within a couple of weeks, another party got involved with us, a guy down in Florida who I don't know. I don't know this guy. So now I start getting texts to send parts to Florida, and I'm like, why? Why am I sending parts to Florida? So
You kind of got pushed out of the picture.
I got pushed out of the picture. Right, exactly.
Strangely enough.
Yes, oddly enough, I got pushed out of the picture. And so, I just let it go. You know what I mean? Because it's like, life is too short. So I just let it go. I just let it go. So what are you doing? What do you you have to read, you're going through books.
No. It's good. Yeah.
Oh, is that? Let me see that book. Let me see that book.
Here.
Oh, this is an old scrapbook.
I have to fix this. Okay. So I don't know what happened with that story.
So here's Kathy.
Yeah,
That's when I used to put her in the car to do warm-ups.
yeah, it was hot that day.
Yeah, and she wouldn't get back in the car after that, and because it
That's not
caught
true.
fire. Yeah, you didn't like that. You didn't like it was on fire.
I still got back in the car.
You know, this is me with short hair.
You're very cute.
Yes.
Cute.
That was the first fuel car I built for myself. Didn't have much luck with it. Thank you, NHRA and SFI. What a lot of dead people. These are very old pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, that's from, when is that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
This is like from 1993 or 1994 thereabouts. This was that was in English Town. That was my fuel altered. The second one.
If it didn't catch fire, you had great luck with it.
So here's Kathy in the car while we're flogging on it.
That's me.
Am I holding it at the right height? Can you see that?
You could kind of see it, yeah. It's okay. I'm standing there in the middle. They can see it.
And
they like the old pictures.
This was the past one. I knocked myself unconscious.
Yeah.
This one up here, I got out about 300 feet and it went into tire shake. It was pretty brutal. Permanent brain damage from that one.
For the kids, these are pictures and pages. Yeah, Zero. Pictures that you used to put on pages and they would stick. They're sticky pages. Yeah, it's hard to see me. It's shadowy. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. For the children. Actual pictures. What's this weird analog thing you're doing?
It is pretty weird.
It's hilarious, right?
Yeah. That was the first fuel altar that I built.
I think we need to change this book. It's very old.
It is, right?
It's yellow. The pages are yellowing.
Well, all of these pictures are 35 years old.
It's from the 90s.
So, oh wait, the page is opened up.
Oh, you just close it. Just put it back in and close it.
So this was an interesting picture. I know it's probably not interesting. It won't be interesting to you guys because you don't really know like the characters and stuff like that. So
the pages are only half yellow.
Yeah.
It's so old.
So this is.
It's really old.
This is. Am I holding this in the right place?
Yeah.
So that's Bobby Lagana. He and I were partners on a top fuel car, and this was us funding my car at ATCO.
I need to change this book. I'm a little embarrassed of those yellow photos. Yellow pages.
Yeah, so we lit the car up, and I think it had a leak or something, and that's why he's bent over the thing looking for whatever it was, and I'm sitting in the car. But this was an interesting picture, right? because there's a video that goes with this, and I have no idea where the video is.
I have it.
You have this video? So, you see Bobby is holding his hands. Oh, he's covering his ears, right? So, when you watch it on this video, I was doing a dry chirp, or dry hop on that, right? When that picture was taken. And the car was just sitting there, and Bobby covered his ears before I hit the throttle. It was like a psychic response. Like he knew that I was gonna do. Like it's kind of weird. It's like that connection you make with people when you're really intense about stuff. So it was like if you watch the video, it's like the car's just sitting there idling, and then Bobby goes like this, and when Bobby goes like this, I hit the throttle afterwards, which I thought was really interesting. Let's see what else.
You have to keep the yellow pages, yeah. Oh.
This shows you. This is how I got brain damage. So you can see, if you look at the top of my head.
Shininess. There's a little bit of glare.
Can you see it now?
Barely.
What about now?
Not really, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Well,
It's in shadow.
Yeah, so you can see the roll cage is like right up against the top of my head. So when it went into, when the car started shaking a tire, it was like right there like that. So I learned lessons from that. That's my Monty SS, the black one on the end. So this was Chris Alderasi's car. I think Chris is still
He lives across the street from us.
He's still in prison, yeah? What? I don't know.
know.
And this was the guy Frankie's car.
Frankie's car, yeah.
Yeah, so we had...
Frankie watches our channel.
Does he?
Sent me an email, yeah.
Yeah, so we had the 3 Monty SS's on my block. This is around 1992 or 1993. Let me see if there's anything else interesting in here. Okay. So this is my first fuel altered, and this is like when I finished it. That's where I built it. I built the whole thing there at the home in the home garage. What's that?
The garage is very clean.
Yeah. Well, I was doing a different type of thing. You know, I was coming from a different place.
Clean the garage.
And this is a super stock motor. That's Dave the Indian Leclerc's 426 Hemi, super stocker, and in mine, of course. And this was a drag test I did for Superstock magazine, and that's Stormin' Norman Hectoff. He's no longer with us, and I don't know how fast did I go with that car?
Not fast.
Not fast, right?
You were wearing sneakers.
Yeah, I was wearing sneakers in that picture.
Crazy. These photos are great. Yay, Fog. Okay.
This was me and Nitro Neil Bisaglia, someplace in the Midwest, sometime in the 1990s. This is when we used to piss off my neighbors. We would occasionally fire the car up in front of the house and like do chirpies in the driveway. On 100%.
Yeah, they were not happy.
Yeah, no alcohol. I never had any alcohol, so anytime we ever lit that car, it was like 100% pop.
Our poor children want nothing to do with cars.
Yeah, they're traumatized.
They are traumatized. I don't blame them.
Oh, here's Kathy. You guys want to know what she looks like?
That's me.
That's Kathy cleaning valve covers.
It's a little blurry, but that's okay. Long time ago.
Yeah.
In the 90s. I lost 300 pounds after that.
Yeah, she lost 300 pounds after that. This was the car we were partners with, the Twilight Zone top fueler.
What's up, Zero?
And a nice burnout shot from Englishtown.
Very nice. Good job, Tony.
Yes. This Kathy backing me up in Englishtown. And
you have to hold it down a little bit.
she's not holding her mouth.
I wasn't holding
which
my
is
mouth.
weird.
I did not try and throw up. No, it's because I couldn't breathe.
So
No, that wasn't true.
so she used
Oh
to
my goodness. He's like acting like I was going to throw up and I wasn't.
so she used to back me up like this.
No, because I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. Oh my goodness. It's killing me.
I guess
house. You've lit me on fire. Like, you've done all these things.
I
Don't
have
you
done a
think
lot
that,
of
like,
things.
I deserve not to be made fun of.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, there's more, but trip down the memory hole.
Young UTG.
Yeah, that's how I
change those books out.
that's how I
They're a
spent
mess.
my youth. Now I'm old and I work with junk.
You like junk.
I do like junk. Trust me when I tell you, I am far happier now than I was back in those days.
When you were then?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I was a little crazy. Yeah, I was a lot crazy. I was a lot crazy. I'm far happier now doing what we do.
More. I love this. I don't know. You don't have any other pictures?
There's other pictures. There's other pictures.
What was your verdict on the red Camaro test?
I don't remember. I did that for Superstock and Drag Illustrated. And it was like around 1990, 1991. I don't know, but I don't remember when it ran.
Oh, Juice Beck says UTG in your prime now. And
I am in my prime now.
Crown.
I tell you what, honestly, right, I'm be completely honest with you. I had to go through that to realize that that's not where it's at. If that makes any sense.
Makes sense to me. Because I kind of did the same thing, but with different.
Yeah,
you have to go through it, so you know that that's not.
Right, I grew up dreaming of Nitro. I
Right.
grew up dreaming Nitro. That was it. That's all I cared about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I actually had to go through it to realize that that's not really my happy place. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I just shouldn't say that. My happy place is around fuel cars. It always has been and always will be. But my happy place is not the preparation, the stress that goes with, not the stress of running a car. The stresses of running these cars is nothing. I thrive on that stress. But it's the constant financial stress. It's the constant being on the road. It's the constant.
Financial stress was worse.
This part doesn't fit. That doesn't. Oh yeah, the things you have to do to go through when you're not independently wealthy, the things you have to do.
We did that with children.
Yeah.
Little
I did that stuff. I was
that
feeding a family.
Really hard.
Yeah, 2 kids, the house in New York, right? It was crazy. It was absolutely fucking insane. But I had to go through that. So like I said, the financial stress, the time stress, always being on the road, always having to go from one place to another. The constant having to replace parts, fix parts, find parts. It was like a normal thing to be like, oh, okay, the fuel pump we need is in Indiana. We can't wait to have it shipped. I gotta run and get it. So you jump in a car and you drive to Indiana, pick up a pump and run it back. You gotta make a match race.
Fuel. That was crazy.
What was that?
I said we're finding money for fuel by itself.
Finding money for fuel, yeah.
It was. Buy it by the drum. It was crazy.
It was insanity. So I had to go through all of that to realize that that's not for me.
Nitro equals big money. You betcha.
It's not for me. So here I am.
Yep. That's good. It's good to me. You did it though.
I did it. Do I regret it? No, I don't regret it.
No, you shouldn't.
I probably could have spent that time doing other things. I probably could have spent that time more productively.
Let's see. No, Tyler, no.
But the saying is, he who dies with the best toys wins, and that's not true. It's he who dies with the best stories wins. So if nothing else, my days with the bitch goddess Nitro gave me stories that you just can't.
Andrew Button says, good old rusty C-body is more satisfying too, cheaper. What cheaper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I realize I like to play. I don't want to work on the stuff. I want to play with the stuff. I don't want serious, crazy, hardcore commitments. I want to just play, you know?
200, what, miles per hour? I don't know. What are you saying? Question marks? How fast did you go with the car?
We were at 202 in the 8th at Arco.
Okay. Any advice to getting in the parts business?
I don't know the parts business today. I don't know what the dynamics are. when we were doing the parts business, we were doing it hardcore. Oof.
It might not be the same anymore.
I don't think it's the same anymore. It was a window of opportunity. There was still, when we got started with it, there were still parts cars around, and there were just a lot of opportunities. So we seized all of the opportunities, and we did it hardcore. I don't know if those opportunities exist right now. So it's like, I can tell you how we did it, but it's not going to do any good because it's a different time now.
Let's see, Nick Bruni says, next phase, sheep herding with Winnie and her offspring on the 20 acres.
No lie,
Like
man.
that, yeah,
No lie.
maybe. We'll see. We'll see. With all the money we're going to be saving on the shop, who knows?
40 grand.
The shop, it was an expensive, it's a lot of overhead.
Yeah.
I don't recommend anybody doing that.
Yeah.
But I understand, why we did it.
Now keep in mind, the overhead at the shop wasn't 40 grand a year. We're saving 40 grand a year. Moving to another place. Still paying rent. But we're saving over 40 grand a year.
It's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot of clicks. That's a lot of views.
People complain, they're like, complain about an ad. Sometimes they complain about an ad.
Right.
But like, we have bills to pay to make those videos, my equipment and the shop and parts and.
If you're gonna do YouTube hardcore, if you're gonna do it professionally, so many angles to it. The thing is to do it with a small channel, because we're a small channel. So, but we make good money. It's because we don't game the algorithm, but we know what to do. The length of video, the length to make a video, and it, like, we've figured it out so we get maximum return on the content that we do put out.
Yeah, we do.
We do well.
I'll be glad not to have that rent.
Yes. Yeah.
What was the best modification Tony made that made a noticeable difference or win? I guess on the car. I don't know.
On which car?
I don't know which car, Wayne. And when he needs to eat, yeah, when he needs to eat. Let's see. Did I ever use Aldous Type Twister? No, I didn't. No. I never used that. Let's see. Driver mod. Let's see. No. Tony also needs to eat a lot.
I'm
Joking.
trying to eat less. I honestly, I'm doing the best I can.
Let's see. Toucan Sam wants his Fruit Loops back. Never crossed the toucan. Joe K is laughing. I don't know, Wayne, which car are you talking about? So D-Truth, this is Tony. What was the fastest stock car you ever tested back in the day?
I don't remember what we ran with the GNX. We didn't get into the 12s with the GNX. Other people did get into the 12s with the GNX, and that bothered me because I had the first IROC, I had the first TPI Chevy in the 13s, I had the first Vet in the 13s. This is back in 85, 86. I had the first Buick turbo car in the 13s. I had the first 5-liter Mustang in the 13s. What was the fastest one we tested? I don't remember. The fastest bone stock car that we tested was a Regal T-Type, a turbo Regal T-Type. And we ran like 1380, I don't know, I don't even remember. The story was called, you can find the story, it's online. The story was called From Buick with Balls. And it's been reprinted in so many different places. Just put that into your, search From Buick with Balls. And whatever numbers are on that, that's, I think, the fastest drag test that we did.
Somebody sent a super chat and I missed it. Hang on, where is it? I can't find it. I'm sorry, super chat. If you want to send me a question again, I'll read it. Just say I'm the one with the super chat that you missed, Kathy. Let's see. Does anyone know of a 600 Roadrunner for sale?
Not high.
This one a marketplace.
That's a basket case.
Oh, is it? I didn't look
Yeah,
at it.
that's the
I
one
saw
that
it.
was at the Mopar show. On the trailer,
Okay.
with like trees growing up through the floor.
What is that?
Yeah, it's bad.
Steve Nags update?
As far as I know, he's up and communicating. That's as far as he's on his way back, but I don't know how far along he actually is.
Let's see. Do you follow Cletus?
I watch Cletus stuff occasionally. It's just not my cup of tea. He puts on he does a good channel. I watch occasionally.
Vera says, you do an amazing job, UTG. None of it is slam. I really like how you've always stayed the course and kept the channel on path.
I try, man. I try. We've expanded a little bit, like in the last. So we've done a lot of these EV videos and these technology rants, and I know a lot of our older school viewers are like, why are you doing that? You're just doing that for clicks. Well, yeah, but kind of, yeah, we are doing that for clicks. Because,
You also have to do what interests you.
I have to do what interests me. If I see a story or a situation come
You
up
have
that interests me,
yeah.
I have to follow through. It just so happens that those things also get really good views. So, and we've expanded. We've picked up thousands and thousands of subscribers based on that aspect of what we do. So it's kind of a balance. I try to keep it balanced between traditional Mopar stuff, the kind of generic mechanical things like we did today, right? And these EV, modern tech kind of videos. I try to maintain a balance between all of them.
I feel like it fits because it's part of the car culture.
Exactly.
Like, where is everything going?
Exactly. You may have a vintage muscle car or just a vintage car, a classic car that you drive, that you work with, that you hot rod, but maybe your wife is driving a new car, or somebody in your family is driving a new car, or maybe you driving a car to and from work. So in other words, it affects all of us. And then when you get to like ridiculous things like that Rivian, was a $42,000 dent. Okay, insurance companies got to cover that, and then you got to pay for it. So all of these ridiculous things that they're putting into cars now that end up getting paid out by insurance companies, everybody shares in that burden now. So it's something that we should all be aware of.
Yeah. Because things are different from when we started. When you started the channel.
Things are way different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where we are now, things have changed a lot over the last. How long have we been doing this?
5 years.
5 years.
Over 5 years.
Yeah, things have changed a lot.
We started doing this full time in September 2018.
Full time?
Full time.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything else. We
You
didn't
doing
start.
the podcast. We were still doing the podcast.
Oh yeah, there was an overlap period.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been doing it full time as a business since September 18. We've been making a living off of it since May of 19.
But we really only threw the video up as we wanted to do well with the podcast. That was our goal.
Our primary
But
goal was
we
the
threw
podcast.
the video up because that carburetor video got a lot of views and people liked it.
We put it on Facebook, right?
So then we put it on YouTube because I had made the channel and I was like, this channel is just sitting here.
Yeah, she had made the channel, we never used it.
So yeah, the channel is actually older than we started posting videos.
So we put up that carburetor video, everything you want to know about an Edelbrock carburetor in under a minute, right? So we put that video up on Facebook, and it got hundreds of thousands of views, like in a day. It was just like, poof, right? Okay, where's the money? You know what I mean?
No
Like,
money.
right? No money. Like, it was like, just doing this shit for fun. Oh wait, let's put this on YouTube and get paid for it. So that's what we did.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get paid right away.
No,
We
it took a
long
while.
time.
It took a while.
Because we were doing 1 minute videos.
Yes.
Which is kind of stupid.
No, that's how we gain traction.
Yeah, but it took forever to get monetized.
But
We
it
didn't
took.
have enough watch time.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? By doing the short videos, people will take a chance on somebody they don't know if it's only a minute-long video or 2-minute long video. So they'll click on it.
Right.
And that's how we picked up as many, because we got our first 1,000 subs in no time flat.
No, it took a while. It took a couple months.
That's no time. There are people out there who've been doing YouTube for 20 years that don't have, about 10, for 15 years that don't have 1,000 subs. We did our first 1,000 subs in 3 months or thereabouts, and then the first 10,000 was right after that.
Well, then we did the viral video. We didn't even know how to use YouTube yet.
We had just gotten monetized.
Yeah, not that long. And then we had the viral video, and I was so confused. I was like, I don't even know what's happening.
We got so robbed on that video.
Slammed.
We got so robbed on that video.
Really bad. Really, because I didn't even have ads in the video. I didn't know that I could put ads in the video. I was so new to YouTube. I'm like, how does this work?
We were new to this stuff. We didn't know.
Yeah, I had no ads in the middle of the video. It was like almost a half an hour. 0 ads. we still do. What?
We get bent over on that video.
Yeah, it's like a $2 CPM.
Can I show them?
No, don't show them.
I'm not going to show them everything. I want to just show them the contrast between that video and.
No, because it'll show everything. I can't.
I'll turn the monitor. I'll turn the monitor.
No, you can't turn the monitor because it won't just show the one video. You can't do that.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
We got so robbed on that video.
Okay. So repost it with ads. It's too late. It got. They
won't increase the CPM. See, that's the thing.
No.
Once you lock into a CPM, they don't change it.
Yeah.
So our CPM on that video was like $2, $3 or something.
It wasn't $3. It was like $2.
Yeah. So our RPM on it is like $1. So. Which means that we made like $1 for every 1,000 views. It's had 4.8 million views now. So I don't know. Do the math. We got freaking robbed. So typically you look at between like $7, $8, $9, sometimes $10 for every 1,000 views. The RPM, and that one we get 1.
It's okay.
So it's like you win and you lose at the same time.
Oh, funny. Okay. All right. Let's see. Tyler. No, I know they're talking to each other. Okay. There we go. Okay. First video saw from you guys was that red duster. Yeah.
That's the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Let's see. Live and learn. Yep.
Please. It kills me because it'll show YouTube will show you, right? They'll show you your top videos in the last 48 hours. So it'll give you the 3 top videos in the last 48 hours. And that one keeps popping up as number 3. And it kills me. Every time I see that video pop up.
You take it down.
No, I don't want to take it down. It's part of our repertoire. You know what I'm saying? It's part of our thing. It brought us probably 50,000 subs.
Yeah. It's subs from it.
But like this is when we if we don't post a video for a day or two, a couple of days, that one creeps back up so it's like number 3. And I look at the analytics and it'll show, flipper car scam caught on camera, whatever the hell it's called. And I'm like, no!
We did it as an afterthought. We weren't even like...
No! We didn't plan that video.
No, it wasn't planned.
We were just going to go look at the car.
She just was like, can you come look at this car? And we were like, all right, can we film it?
Yeah.
And that was it. Because she messaged me about it and she told me about it and I looked at it and I was like, no, don't go look at that. So, no. And she was insistent.
Yeah, we still, to this day, we get robbed on that video every day.
You gotta sell NFT to make Bitcoins? I don't think so. Didn't I just time you up for a minute? I did. So many people see nice paint and get scammed. This is true. Yep. But when somebody wants something, they don't care what you have to say. Even if you know about what you're looking at. Sometimes they really want something and they'll just ignore you. And they'll be like, I'm getting this anyway.
Those are called ass calls.
Ass calls, right?
Yeah, ass calls.
There's a lot of them.
People wonder why I don't...
Can you look at this? Can you look at that? Can you look at this?
Yeah.
Kathy, let me know. Is this the right price for this? What do you think of this car? I would tell them.
People
And then they would just do what they want to do anyway.
People ask why I don't communicate with the public, right? And it's because of the assholes.
Yeah.
They'll ask you 10,000 questions and then just continue on what they were going to do anyway. And it's like, why did you waste my time?
Right, exactly. Because, you know, that takes a lot of time. It
does.
Favorite video, Bottle Rocket at Night Test Run Manual Trans.
I don't remember that one.
You know? Test drive at night? Yeah, we drove it around.
Oh, yeah. Right. I remember that one.
Charles says, I subscribed for the Red Duster and stayed for the conspiracies. You haven't talked about any conspiracies tonight.
It hasn't come up.
What do you want to talk about?
Whatever they want to talk about.
What do you guys want to talk about? That picture behind Tony Rockswain says. Yeah, those are old too. Like our yellow scrapbook pages.
Everything's old.
Yeah. How about some not financial advice, Joe says? We don't really have any, right?
I don't have any right now.
No, there's nothing going
Everything's
on.
in a holding pattern.
Nothing happening. JFK? You want to talk about JFK? We'll get to monetize, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I know exactly what you mean, Tony. Lots of assholes around my place.
It's constant.
Wild
It's constant.
Yeah.
People ask questions just wanting you to confirm to them that what they're doing is right. Is what it is. And when they don't get that confirmation, they just keep asking. And they'll ask the same thing 10 different ways.
And then they'll be like, well, they're not giving me the answer I want. I'm just going to do what I want anyway.
Right.
That's nice paint. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Stupid. So stupid. Let's see. Why $20 at Acme is now $60? I don't know.
You know, economics, I've said it 1,000 times. I've been saying it for 25 years. You're going to see a point.
This isn't financial advice.
This is not financial advice. You're going to see a point where the dollar value of your house and the dollar value of the meal you're eating in your house are going to cross. It's happened before. It'll happen again. So.
I wonder how many lists we're on.
Oh, I'm on all the lists. I hope I'm on all the lists.
Mopa Man says, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Get ready for Darth Vader on a tater. Is that a potato? Is that potato? You sent an emoji.
I think the butter.
I think it's a potato.
I think the butter has slipped off of Mopa Man's noodle.
It's possible.
Yes.
Let's see. Buy something that pays you a steady income.
YouTube pays a steady income, but you have to do it right.
You have to work.
You have to do it right. YouTube isn't about the video you're putting out today. YouTube is about the videos you put out in the past, because it's residual income. You know, if you have 1,000 videos out there, and each one of them gets, let's say, 100 views every day, that's 100,000 views a day.
Jordan Koch sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
I'm a tech guy, but I want 60s Mustang. What is the most important thing I should look for? What is the biggest things people miss?
Rust. 60s Mustangs, rust.
Send pictures to Kiwi before you buy it.
Yes. Okay.
Underneath, not just the top.
Kiwi's Classics and Customs. Okay, that's his channel. Right, he does a live with me every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. He won't be on for the next 2 weeks, but he does a live with me every Wednesday night. He does Mustangs. He does all cars, but he does a lot of Mustangs. So you go by his shop. I got to go by his shop tomorrow because oddly enough, he's got a Mustang with a dual quad setup that he's having problems with. So I got to go there tomorrow morning. But you go by there and there's like always 3, 4, 5 Mustangs, and half of them are there for major frame and chassis rot. So that's the thing you really have to look for with those cars.
And really bad repairs.
And yeah, super bad repairs.
Yeah.
Like those cars draw out the butchers, man. They draw out the absolute worst of the worst as far as thieves go.
They know people want them.
Yeah.
And they'll buy them.
Yeah, you can get your water.
Stealing my liquor.
I'm stealing your liquids.
will you have a guest co-host on Wednesday, or will we be stuck with just you? It's Screen Master.
I may have a friend of mine. I gotta talk to him. He's a little elusive. He doesn't really like being on camera. But I have a friend of mine who's actually very well known. I've been trying to get him to come on for the last month or so. Well, we'll see what happens. I'll drop by his shop tomorrow and see if I can secure him for Wednesday.
Jason Alvarado sent you super chat.
Thank you, Jason.
Says, I own a classic vet, therefore I'm better than everyone else. What? Is this the whole thing? I feel like he wrote something else and I can't see it. Did you write something else underneath it? Like it's covering. If you wrote something else, Jason, let me know and I'll read it. Because I can't see it. It looks like part of the super chat is covering some writing.
If he owns a classic vet, he better have sent a pretty substantial super chat.
No, it's a quote. He's quoting. Remember that vet guy that you worked with his carburetors and he didn't give you
that
anything?
scumbag.
Scumbag.
Oh, please. Oh,
what
God.
a jerk.
He pissed me off, boy.
He was a house builder. He was a builder. He built communities.
So, I owned...
Sorry, there's probably builders on here. And there's Corvette people on here, too.
You just reminded me of that, but I don't remember all of the details.
Yeah.
I do remember that. So I own a coffee house. I own many coffee houses. And I was only there at night. We would open at 6 o'clock at night and close like at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm there at night. I'm doing my thing. And this guy comes in and he says, I've heard about you. I says, okay. He says, you do like carburetor setups, right? I says, well, I've done carburetor setups. This is I'm in coffee house mode. It's like I'm completely not car, okay? He says, well, I got a car. Can you look at it for me? I'm like, well, I really don't. He says, well, it's a 67, 427, 435 vet. And I'm like, I'll look at that. That's an interesting car. I always love those cars. So he says, it's parked out back. So I go out back with him. And it's got a 6-pack setup on it. It's got the 6-pack setup. It's got the tri-power setup on it. And it's running like shit. So I says, I'll pull the carbs. I says, bring it tomorrow night. I'll pull the carbs and I'll go through them. So I had other people working the place. So I did the carburetors in the back room of the coffee house. So now in the meantime, this guy, this is a high dollar car, and he just sunk a fortune into this car, and it had been to like a bunch of different places. These guys trying to straighten this thing out, and this guy's a home builder. Home builders make bank, right? So it was an informal thing. I didn't take him on as a customer. I took him on as like, okay, I'll help you out, right? And I go through the carburetors, put him on his car, and like I said, this isn't at the shop or anything. This is in the back of the coffee house. I'm doing all of this, and he says after it's all done, the car's running good, right? We take it for a blast, which was a bad mistake. I got in the car with him driving. That was a bad mistake because that thing scooted and he could not handle it. So after all is said and done, he says, okay, what do I owe you? I says, I'll tell you what, man. This was like really informal. Give me whatever you think is fair, right? So now I'm saying to myself, I just went through this guy's carburetors on his $200,000 car. He's a home builder. I'm saying, fair is going to be a fairly decent chunk of change, right?
You're no home builders.
I'm like, this guy's going to throw me a G. What I did on this car, right? I literally transformed this car. This guy's going to throw me a G, right? He says, you just give me whatever you think is fair. So he says, okay, great. He says, I'll be back in a little while. So he leaves, and I'm thinking he's going to go to the bank. He comes back. He gives me $50. You son of a bitch. Now I'm not going. I should.
You should have said something.
Hindsight's 20/20. No. Fair is fair. I screwed myself, and I deserve to be screwed. No, seriously. I should have priced it. Okay. But I didn't want to price it because I didn't want it to be like a job. You know what I mean? I was at the coffee house.
Right.
I was roasting coffee in between doing these carburetors. I had the carburetors all apart, and I'm roasting coffee at the same time. And
I would have had his head.
So it was like I screwed myself, and I always feel like if you make a mistake, just own the mistake, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, and so that was it. I took the $50. I says, okay, see you later. And it was it. He tried to contact me afterwards, and I blew him off. But it was my fault. It was my mistake. I should have thrown a number at him.
Mm. Yeah. Those people are usually really cheap.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I have to put this in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At the same time that this happened with the coffee house was when I was running my parts business. So during the day, I did parts, and then at night, I had my coffee house. I've always had 2 gigs going at the same time. Since I'm doing YouTube, is the first time in my adult life I don't have 2 separate gigs going, okay? But back then, I did the parts business during the day, and I did the coffee house at night. So one of my edges in the parts business was that I would sell a lot of very small parts, okay? So somebody would need, let's say, the clamps to hold the heater box together on a dart, or they would need, just an insignificant piece of linkage or an insignificant thing, right? So when I would see these ads, people would post an ad saying, looking for heater box clips, right? I would jump in there and I'd say, I've got them for you. And they would say, how much? And I would say, send me whatever you think is fair, okay? Now, this was my edge. And what I found was most people, when you tell them, send me whatever you think is fair, will send you more than it's worth. So if I was to sell these clips, it would be like $10. But I would say, send me whatever you think is fair, and they would send me like $30. So it was part of my business strategy, and it worked really well. It increased my flow of regular customers, it increased my turnover of revenue, it increased my turnover of parts. I was able to sell parts that you really can't sell, okay? So, and I made a lot of money with it. So that was the mentality I had at that time, and I just assumed if you tell somebody like that, say, give me whatever you think is fair, that they're gonna be like these parts people were, but it didn't work out that way.
So Nick Bruni says, taken from a contractor in the biz for 37 years, most larger home builders are used to being cutthroat SOBs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't think that would be a situation where you'd want to be cutthroat.
You never worked with builders.
Well, you're right. You're right. I never did. Oh, that's not true. Sal was a builder.
Sal? Oh, Sal.
What about him?
Well, what about him? Sal?
He worked out great with us.
Right, but I mean, he wasn't doing that kind of business with us. We were buying coffee from him. We weren't doing contracted business with Sal.
No.
No.
I wouldn't want to do contracted business
exactly,
with Sal. Right.
So.
Okay. You're right. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we're just buying coffee. That's it. My guess was $50, yeah. Yeah. This is exactly why I don't work on personal cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. Let's see. Tabo Garage, I tried that for a while. Genuine Tabos would send less than the postage cost me. That sucks.
See, that never really happened.
Sucks.
That would happen once in a blue moon, right? Once in a blue moon, I'd say, send me whatever you think is fair. And I'm thinking to myself, well, this guy's going to send me $20 or $30, and I'll send $2 or something.
Yeah,
like
sometimes, yeah, a couple of times.
But you committed to it, you know what I mean? And you take that loss. It's like, okay, fine, you know what I mean? I let this one guy get over on me. 10 other people are going to make up for it. So it was a good business practice. It worked really well.
If he would have treated you fair, you'd still be helping him. $50. Yeah, one and done. See ya.
Yep.
Well, that's what it was like when I was working with all those house people.
Yeah.
They were all, like, the more money they had, the more they tried to get over on you. And you had to, like, psychologically break them and be like, okay, you can hire somebody else, and start walking out the door, and they'd be like, no.
But he would come by afterwards, and I just ignored him.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they do it with everyone.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I'm in for a rude awakening and possibly buying a plot of land from a home builder. Emma, are you in for a rude awakening? Well, no, I mean, buy a piece of land.
Right now, home builders are looking to get rid of land.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah,
it's just, dealing with them on a professional basis. That's different. Jordan Koch. Sorry, one more question. I have a 2012 Grand Sport LS3. I know this is not really your thing, so I apologize. He sent you a super chat. He's apologizing.
I'm not apologizing. If I can answer it, I will.
But can I really put an A supercharger on it without having to worry about range ups?
Depends on the level of boost. It depends on the level of boost. I mean, generally speaking, like under 10 pounds, you're probably fine. Probably fine. More than that, you really need to consult with somebody who knows those engines. I don't know them well enough to give you. I'm just telling you, rule of thumb, as a ballpark rule of thumb, if everything is functioning correctly, 10 pounds boost, I would say, is about the maximum safe boost you're going to have with a typical engine.
Billy Bob Holcomb says, if he's out of your life, you got off cheap.
Yeah, you know, people get one shot. I give you a chance. If you screw me, that's it. You know, we're done.
I have stink bugs buzzing around me tonight. They seem to be around the LED lights. Stink bugs.
No.
Not here. Are they near you? He's saying he has them. Sorry, Travis.
That's terrible.
Let's see. Centrifugal supercharger or roots? They're asking. I don't know.
Well, when it comes to the actual boost numbers, it's not going to make any difference.
Jordan Koch says, thanks, man. This is my Christmas gift to myself. He sent you super chat.
Thank you.
I don't need no stinking bugs. Let's see. Rating slant 6. Tony, if the guest you're trying to get on is that skittish, then just have him cut 2 eye holes in a mouth, hole in a brown paper bag, and place it on his head like the unknown comic on the old Gong Show.
No, he's not that bad. He's been on TV. But he's just, I don't know, he's just weird about like this type of thing. Hesitant, I guess, to deal with a live audience.
We tried to do that with Eric, right? He didn't want to be on Eric.
Which Eric?
Jackson.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be on the
another one.
wear bag.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just think if you got 40 pounds of boost with a Tesla turbine. Jason wants to know, what colors do you decorate your Christmas tree?
Oh, I'm a guinea. The more colors you throw in there, the better.
Would you just call yourself?
A guinea. I'm Italian.
As long as I don't say it.
Yeah, as long as you don't say it. And just throw everything at it. And then some.
It's like if you're not from New York and you say something bad about New York, and I get mad, and I'm like, you can only say bad things about New York if you're from New York.
I say bad things about New York.
Well, you're from New York, you can say bad things. Let's see. Raining here at mine in New Zealand, North Island, Wayne says. Is it raining? Let's see. A cracked HEI magnet is a real weird one. I don't know. They might be talking to somebody
I think
else.
they're talking amongst themselves.
Okay, so Chris says, I'm from Rochester. Can I talk smack about New York City? No, you may not.
No, yeah.
No,
Go ahead.
he's
Knock
from
yourself-
Rochester.
No, talk.
I'm sorry.
I want to hear
You're not
everybody
really
talk
from
smack
New York.
about it. I despise that place with every. I flip through YouTube, right? And anytime I see anything about like the death of New York City, I'm like, show me this! Show me this!
And I'm always like, stop it.
Migrant crisis, show me this!
Hey, leave New York alone. They're living in Mad Max times. Let's see. Have you ever said bad things about Yonkers? Andrew Button wants to know.
No, Yonkers is okay, but it's okay in the context of it being part of that area. Like that whole area is just toxic. If you live there, you don't understand how bad it is. That's the only thing I can tell you. If you live in New York, New Jersey, like Eastern Pennsylvania, like Philadelphia area, if you live any place in that area, or what I call the corridor of doom, The corridor of doom is I-95. It starts in D.C., okay? So you go to Virginia. Virginia's all nice and pleasant and stuff like that. And you get to Alexandria, and it starts to take a dive. And then you cross over, and now you're in Maryland. And then that's what I consider the corridor of doom. And it extends all the way up through Boston, okay?
Oh, Charlie Roma says, New York City is whack like crack in the 80s. Okay, Charlie's from New York. He can say that.
Yeah. So the corridor of doom is that I-95 that runs all the way through the Northeast there. And if you live any place in that area, you do not realize how toxic the whole thing is until you get out of there.
Mark says, my brother lives in Brooklyn. Can I talk smack about New York City?
Yes.
Was he born in Brooklyn? I don't know.
I don't care if he got a postcard from Brooklyn. That's all you need as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, even the air starts to change smells. Oh, come on. Only on Staten Island, though, Nick.
No. He's right. The air does change. The smells change. It becomes filth. It becomes filth. Okay? It becomes evil. You can sense the evil.
Complete evil.
It's complete
Nick
evil.
says I'm 10 minutes from Philly Airport. Okay, Ivy Thunder sent you super chat.
Thank you.
Tony, you turned me on to Mexican Coke. Thank you.
There you go. At the same time, I'm trying to lay off of it because I put on all kinds of... I was feeling so svelte, man. All my pants were loose. And I was like, yes, it's gone. And now, between the Mexican Cokes, and then we've been eating at the Texas Roadhouse. They bring out these freaking buns all the time.
Texas Roadhouse is cheap.
Texas Roadhouse is really good. So yeah, I put it all back. I lost it, and then I put it all back, and I'll try to lose it again.
Let's see. Criz 103 Customs says Fresh Kills.
Ah, jeez.
Fresh Kills.
Yeah, Fresh Kills.
Stinky. I don't think it smells bad anymore though, but they have deer now.
It doesn't matter what it
smells. There was
like.
no deer when we were there.
It smells like evil.
No,
okay?
not anymore.
It smells like evil.
It smelled like evil when we lived there. In the summer, where you lived, not where I grew up. I grew up in the nice part of town. You grew up with the people that came over the bridge in Staten Island. Let's see.
Tennessee is the place I want to be.
Mm-hmm. We ate at Texas Roadhouse today. Those buns, man. Woo, my Ken says.
Right? I know. They send you that commie butter though. It's
I like the butter.
Oh no, that's just wrong. I make them bring me real butter for those. But yeah, those buns are crazy, right? I have like six like containers of them, the baskets.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep bringing them, because I have no self-control. I have none.
You have none?
I have none.
Okay, Tony, what about New York outside of the city, Long Island or upstate?
I'm telling
That's
you,
not
man.
really New York, I'm sorry.
It doesn't, that whole area is tainted by it. The whole region is tainted by New York City.
See, the evil starts in D.C.
And if you live there, you don't realize it. Mm-hmm. It becomes so normal to you. You know, like just everything. It just becomes so normal to you. It's like if you spend life in prison, then prison life is normal to you. It's like, okay, well, yeah, every night the bars close and I sit and watch that's...
You grew up in the Bronx, correct?
I grew up on Staten Island.
No, you were born in Brooklyn.
I was born in Brooklyn and I grew up on Staten Island. But if that's your everyday reality there, you don't realize how bad it is. You actually have to get away from there for longer than just a vacation. Longer than just a vacation. You got to be away from there for like a few weeks, a month, and then you realize just toxic. It's toxic.
See, I think maybe people think we're jerks.
I don't care.
But it's because we're not jerks on Staten Island, but we might be jerks in other parts of the country.
Yeah.
Which I kind of agree with them in a way, because we're a little different. growing up there, from growing up there.
Yeah.
We'll say things that other people won't even like consider saying. Let's see. Why did you move to Tennessee?
To escape. To escape. So I grew up in New York. So in the 70s, it was cool. It was cool. It was a lot of chaos. But it was okay because I was like part of that chaos, and that worked. And in the 80s, it was still chaotic, right? But it started to become
fun.
The greed took over. Wall Street took over. It was like the middle 80s was bad. It started to get bad. And at that time, I started traveling away because I was doing the magazines and I was doing the drag racing. So I was always away from New York. And every time I would leave New York and spend a few days here and a few days there and drop into this town and that, I would go back to New York and see just how weird everything was, how crazy and stressful it was. So I realized after a while, no, this place is actually toxic. Because no matter where I went, it didn't matter where I went. It could be South Carolina, Iowa. It didn't make any difference where I went. It was always nicer than when I went home. So early on, like in the 80s, I was in my 30s, I realized just, in my 20s really, just how bad that place was. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then like around September 11th, that's really when it was done. It was like done. So we got to get the hell out of here, period. And I've been down here for 20 years now, and I never once looked back, not even for an instant, ever regretted the move to Tennessee.
Let's see, Motor Nova says, I go to school in Boston, and I swear I'm always looking forward to going home in Texas.
Yep.
For breaks. Hate the city.
Yep. It's not just that city, man. I'm telling you. I call it the corridor of doom. Just follow 95 up from Washington, D.C., clear up. And it's just doom. It's a wasteland of bad mojo.
So we were out all the time. Every night we would go out and we would go doing stuff. It wasn't that horrible.
It became horrible.
But I'm saying when we were there, it was not that bad.
We were used to it.
I suppose
we were used to it.
That's fine.
We were used to it.
Don't look over there.
Don't make eye contact.
Lock your door.
Please.
It's funny. It's just really funny. This is not Tennessee advice, no. I feel safe where I'm at, dead end road. I can see trouble coming, and there is no escape.
It's not that there's trouble coming.
Right.
It's the constant punishment. When you live in New York, I'll tell you what, living in New York.
Remember the brownies? They really sucked. The brownies.
The meter maids.
Yeah, they'd go check your stickers. They would check them. They would know when you were going to expire. And they would give you like huge tickets.
It's constant punishment. It's constant, this bill, that regulation, that law, this cop, this thing. You can't do this, you can't do that. You can't. It's constant, constant.
It got bad under Giuliani, to be truthful. Like he made things.
It was just bad. Okay. Okay, so one of the first things I realized when I moved to Tennessee, I didn't really pay attention to, right? But one of the first things I realized when I was in Tennessee was, I moved to Tennessee, was I would get on my motorcycle and I would ride around, right? And just absorb, atmosphere. Okay, it's like literally I was brand new to this place. And I would ride around and I said, there's something missing. I don't know what it is exactly. I can't put my finger on it.
People walking on the streets, that's what's missing.
No. And I remember saying to myself, I can't picture what's missing. And I had to go back to New York to go pack up the house because, like, literally, I was down here. Kathy and the kids were still up in New York. So I had to go back up there and pack up everything and move them down here. And when I got up there, I realized the thing that was missing was the signs, okay? Because any place you went in New York, right, there's a sign telling you, you can't park here. You can only park here for 30 minutes. Don't make a left turn. Don't make a right turn. Don't go straight. Don't go backward. Don't enter here. This weight limit, that limit, this thing, that. Everywhere you look, there's a sign. Everywhere, it's like just noise, always telling you, oh, you can't do this. This is illegal. You're going to be towed. You're going to be ticketed. You're going to be fined. Everywhere. It's all over the place. And then you come back to Tennessee, and it's just like, I-24 that way. And that's it. That's all you see. It's like, okay, great. In New York, if you park too close to the curb, you get a ticket. If you park too far from the curb, you get a ticket. It's like, no lie, okay? In New York, right? And I had the traffic code book, okay? Because when you're an outlaw, and I was an outlaw in New York, okay? When you're an outlaw, you have to know the rules. You got to know the laws. So I actually had the New York City code book, right? You know, they can give you a ticket for changing a flat on the street, and they can give you a ticket for changing a flat off the street. So in other words, there's no legal way in New York to change a flat tire, okay? This is the place I came from, okay?
Jordan Koch says, he sent you super chat. New York in the 70s. You a punk guy? I wish I could have been there.
Yes. I mean, I didn't have spiky hair and shit like that, right? I wasn't that kind of. I wasn't that kind of punk. But yeah, when we weren't doing the car thing, like during the winter, you know, the winter months, the drag strips are closed. It's too cold to go street race or anything like that. So the winter months, we would bounce around all these different punk places.
I remember the 80s movie versions of New York, trash everywhere, people hustling one another, police watching everyone.
Police everywhere, cops everywhere. And they're all dumb.
They're not all dumb. Okay, here's another super chat. What does he say? Rating Slant 6. I don't see what you're asking, Rating Slant 6. He sent you a super chat. I don't see a question. Rating Slant 6, let me know your question.
Oh, thank you for the super chat.
Will stratification croaks places. Ever go to CBGB?
Yes.
I never went there.
It was done before your time.
I was too young.
Yeah.
Everything was going on and I was too young. I couldn't. I went
We
to one bar in Staten Island. I was 14. I drank a screwdriver and threw up in the bathroom. They served me. I was 14. That was normal.
We occasionally hit the clubs in Brooklyn and Manhattan, but we had a place on Staten Island called the Paramount Theater on Bay Street. And it was an old movie theater. It was very run down, dilapidated and shit like that. But all of the acts that were going to come in and play, like in New York, in the clubs that were in the city and in Brooklyn, in Manhattan and Brooklyn, they would all stop and start their thing at the Paramount. So that was like...
It was like a warm-up.
It was like a warm-up.
Pre-game.
So literally anybody who was anybody in that period of time, you know, if you can name a popular band, a punk band or a new wave band from like that era, 1977, 78 to 81, 82, 83, mm-hmm. They all played at the Paramount and we got to see all of them.
You got to see all.
I got to see all.
I got to see the ads in the paper.
You got to see
Friday,
the ads in the paper.
I would look and see who was playing and I'd be like, I gotta go, but I couldn't get there. I couldn't drive.
She's 5 years younger than me, and I didn't
4
years, and I didn't meet her until she was 16.
15.
15.
Yeah. Bay Street, yeah, Bay Street.
Yep.
Did you see the Go-Go's?
No.
Did you see the Dead Kennedys live at the Paramount?
Yes.
Did you see the Police?
No. Well, I would have avoided that.
You don't like
They played there. I know they played there. Right?
Yeah,
No, I would avoid.
I know because I remember this, seeing the paper.
Yeah.
The Ramones, yes.
Yes, many times saw the Ramones.
Blondie, you saw.
Yes.
B-52s, you saw.
Yes.
Did you see the Talking Heads, my favorite
Yes.
band?
Yes.
They're my favorite band.
Talking Heads, Elvis Costello.
Elvis Costello, right?
Who was like I think my favorite of that time.
Elvis Costello.
Yeah. I can't think off the top of my head. You name bands, I can remember if I saw them or not.
No, Van Halen didn't play there.
No, and I wouldn't have gone to see Van Halen.
It was more punk and new wave bands that played there. Like anyone that's new wave, they were.
Yeah, I never liked hair bands or anything like that.
The Sonics, the Clash. We saw the Clash.
Yeah, I didn't see the Clash at the Paramount. Didn't see I saw Sonic Youth at the Paramount.
What? You hate the Police?
Oh, please, yeah. Sting, whatever the hell his name is. Oh, I hate that band, please.
He doesn't like Sting.
Nah.
Oh, so we saw the Clash at the Who concert at Shea Stadium.
That's right, yeah, we saw the Who.
The Clash at the
But not at the Paramount. The Who
No,
was a big
it was at
band.
Shea
Yeah.
Stadium. It was a big concert.
So Wendy Williams, the Plasmatics.
Did you see the Pretenders? I don't think they played there.
Yeah, I think I did. I don't know.
Queen. You saw Queen, but
I
not
saw
there.
Queen. I saw Queen in the '70s at one of the like Madison Square Garden or someplace like that, wherever they played.
No hair bands, but it was the '80s. You couldn't avoid them. We hated hair bands.
I hated hair bands.
We
Please.
did not like hair bands.
Yeah, I did not like hair bands.
The guys would cut off T-shirts. No.
No.
And short shorts.
Strictly punk and new wave.
Jerry and the Pacemakers. Yeah. Let's see. What's the dog doing? The Split Ends?
I don't think so.
Did you see Squeeze?
No, I would have avoided them
You would
too.
have avoided them too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Helen, ready? Oh, okay. Raining Sun 6's question is below his super chat. Hang on. I'm looking for it. Scrolling up. Scrolling up. Oh, let's see. 6 below. Okay. Here you go. Raining Sun 6. Did you Andy Wood's video on Progression Ignition's Bluetooth wireless programmable distributors? I know generally you're averse to new tech, but you got to admit you already use a cell phone.
Yeah, I know. I use a cell phone, but it doesn't interface with my car. You know, there are lines that I draw. You know what I'm saying? And they're not for everybody. They're my own personal lines. And I don't want Bluetooth technology interfacing with my hot rod. I want my hot rod to be completely analog. And if I have to give up this or that, I'm not out there trying to win races. You know, go Speed Racer, go. I'm just trying to have fun with my hot rods. That's all I'm doing. So I do it on my terms, and my terms are I don't want any technology that isn't completely analog on any of my cars. Not that I don't understand it, not that I don't respect people who do use it or who build it. That's fine. That's your trip. But my trip is I like analog. I like to be completely analog involved in my cars.
Did you see Adamant?
No.
Billy Idol?
Oh God, no.
You don't like Billy Idol?
No.
Funny. Hilarious. Tony thinks that he owns a car that will interface with his cell phone. They're laughing. I don't think so. Did you see the Cramps? Cramps.
No.
I remember the first time I heard them on the radio.
They're really weird, man.
They're really weird, but like I heard them on the radio. I don't know what station it was on.
Yeah.
I would think I was like 12, and I heard this song, and I was like, oh, "Who is that?" Because you can never really tell what the band was unless they said it on the radio. I was like, "What was that?"
I knew of the Cramps, you know, yes, but I never saw them. Lux Interior.
Yeah, Lux Interior.
he's an odd character. Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm. No love for the Screamers? I don't know who's the Screamers. Let's see. They are really amazing live. I feel blessed to have seen them, Zero says. Oh, the Cramps? And bad.
Yeah, I never saw them.
No. Did you see Lou Reed?
Yes.
You did?
Yes. I smelled
I never liked
Lou Reed.
Lou Reed. I never liked him.
I didn't like him either, but he was there when he was I saw him in some
The whole
show.
place had to stink.
And afterwards we were in a bar and it was the middle of the night and you could smell Lou Reed. He came in, he was like on the other side of the room. It was just a regular bar. He was like treated like a regular person, but you knew who he was. And you could smell him.
Stinky.
Yeah.
Don't tell it. Let's see. I've seen the vacuum tubes, but not a tube radio in a car. Did you see The Cure?
No.
Ew. No. Flock of Seagulls?
No.
No?
No, well that all came afterwards.
Yeah, Bowie? No, he
No.
was too big for that.
Never saw Bowie. No, he was big. The bands that we're talking about weren't really household names at the time. It was like they had just started to like
be on the radio.
Be on the radio. They had just started to make a name for themselves. So they played these small places like the Paramount. It wasn't until like afterwards really that they became famous.
Boomtown Rats?
No.
I don't really remember who played there. The Ramones played there a lot. I remember seeing them play
Yeah,
there.
the Ramones played there a lot, but I saw them in Brooklyn a few times. Loud. They were very, 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 very loud. That's what I liked about them.
I heard Tony was a big Sting fan. You have to get your Sting t-shirt.
No, I don't. Thanks anyway.
You sure?
Positive.
Uncle Tony rocking the teased hair. No way. No way.
No.
Never happened. Stooges, Zero says.
Never saw the Stooges.
Let's see. Meat Puppets? No, that was way after.
Yeah.
Yeah. They released it not that long after, right?
Yeah, about that era.
Yeah.
About that era.
The Good Rats? Oh, the New York Dolls, probably.
No, I never saw the
You
New
ever
York
saw them?
No.
Buster Poindexter?
No.
He's from Staten Island.
I know, but I never saw them.
Weezer, that's way after.
Yeah.
Mamas and the Papas? No, that's way before.
It's way before. And not really my scene.
Nirvana, way after. Let's see. Concrete Blonde, way after. Nat King Cole, way before.
Yeah, I missed the Johnny Mathis, Nat King Cole. I missed the big band era for sure.
Did you?
Yeah. 23 Skidoo.
Skidoo.
Yeah, I missed that.
We do have pictures that stick on sticky paper, though, in a book.
I was lucky to grow up in a place and a time that it was very unique. It was very, very unique. It was very cool, and we took it for granted.
Did you see Cyndi Lauper?
No.
No, you
No,
saw
never
her?
saw Cyndi Lauper. I always liked her though.
Did you like her?
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper. Never saw her, but I did like her.
See? Gotta be a businessman, Tony. What's wrong with being a businessman? Television was definitely a New York thing. Television,
Never saw them.
Never saw them?
Never saw them.
Let's see. You saw Deep Purple in '84?
I didn't. Never saw Deep Purple.
Yeah, he saw Blondie.
Yes.
I didn't see Blondie. I didn't see anybody. Leonard Skinner, Tony. Come on.
Oh, no. I'm definitely not as Skinner.
Menudo.
I'd probably see Menudo before
Okay,
I
so
saw
do
Leonard
you like
Skinner.
Genesis?
God, I hate Genesis.
Tony doesn't like Genesis.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. I hate everything about it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. What was it? Was it Phil Collins?
Phil Collins?
Yeah, please. I hate that. I hate that.
You don't like Phil Collins?
No. Almost as much as I hate the police. Not the cops. I like the cops. I get along with cops.
Oh no, you mean the band.
The band, the
Do
police.
you like Peter Gabriel?
No.
He left Genesis.
Yeah.
I
think-
like some Peter Gabriel.
Yeah. But I never saw him or anything like that. But yeah, it was some Peter Gabriel's okay.
Mm-hmm. You were a Kenny G fan?
Never. No. My taste in music is angry.
Well, we used to listen to the oldies station when we would drive around sometimes because
Yes.
there was bad music on
On the radio. Yeah. So yeah, I would listen to oldies. But that was like I don't know. It's different. It's like
oldies and coast to coast.
yeah. It depends what kind of mood you're in, what you're doing. But no, my taste in music is loud, angry. I like screechy female leads. I like it.
Gabriel? No. Peter Gabriel.
Fast, loud, and angry is
Did
what I
you
like.
see Pat Benatar?
No, and I probably wouldn't
You
have.
don't like Pat
No.
Benatar? She's got a good voice.
She does have a good voice, but she's like a moany sort of.
All right, Pink Floyd.
Never saw Pink
I
Floyd.
really like Pink Floyd.
I saw Zeppelin.
You didn't see the Bangles. You see the Bangles?
I don't think I saw the Bangles.
I think that was kind of after Paramount.
Susanna Hoffs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jordan Koch sent you another super chat.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking about Nitro recently. That was fantastic.
When did I talk about Nitro?
I don't know.
I don't remember. That's the head drum from the Nitro car.
Oh gosh, Tony's a huge Bjork fan, Ari says.
Yeah, give me some
That's
Bjork.
Screechy.
Yeah.
So crazy. Bjork. I had a friend that used to like Bjork.
Yeah, I like
And I was
angry music.
We're not friends.
That's
anymore.
the only way I can really that's if I had to classify the music that I like the best, the music that I like the most,
Yeah.
it has to be angry.
Oh.
If it's not
I don't
angry,
like angry. I like happy music.
Yeah, well, happy music is okay. Happy music is okay, but my taste leans towards angry or absurd, right? Who's that guy? What the hell's his name? From the B-52s. What was his name?
What was his name?
What's his name?
From the B-52?
From the B-52s. I always like the B-52s. I always like the
Is it
B-52s.
Fred Schneider?
They're not angry, but I like
It's
them.
not-
Fred Schneider. so Fred Schneider has a band that's not the B-52s, and he does a song called Meatballs Olay, which I love. I can't get enough of it.
But see, you don't like the Talking Heads?
The Talking
I
Heads.
really like the Talking Heads a lot.
A lot of it is not really listenable. The Talking Heads.
No?
No, like the songs that they're best known for are good, but the stuff that isn't, it's really not good. It's really not good.
No,
And when I saw them,
You saw them?
yeah, we saw them at the Paramount.
I never saw them.
Oh.
I never went to the Paramount.
I saw them at the Paramount, and it was like they did a set. I barely remember this. This is you're talking about.
Oh, did you see Devo?
No, I never saw Devo, but I love Devo. I love Devo.
So go ahead. They had a set. You saw them at the Paramount.
Yeah, and I just remember they played like one or two songs that were good, and they were the ones that they were known for, and then everything else was just like, this is terrible. But again, we were talking about 40-something years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was probably drunk or enhanced in some way, so, you know.
This was before I knew you.
Yeah, it was before.
You love Devo?
I love Devo.
Mike is saying he loves Devo. Let's see. I seen King Crimson in the mid-90s, Danny Boyd says. Shows at the Ritz? I
No.
think I went to a show at the Ritz. Before I knew you. Yeah. The Palladium I went to a show at.
There were so many little venues all around the city.
It was scary. It had those tunnels, those narrow tunnels you had to get out.
I don't think I was over there.
Oh my gosh. You walked, if you were in the Palladium and to leave, you had to walk through these narrow tunnels to get out, and it was very claustrophobic.
Yeah.
But you had to walk like that for like 20 minutes.
Really?
It was the scariest stuff I've ever been through. And people were like, packed. Thrown up next to you. Jordan Koch, wait, you talked about Top Fuel recently, or am I bananas?
You might be bananas. I
No,
don't
you
remember.
did talk about Top Fuel.
What did I talk about?
I remember you did. You did. Why no grunge, Tony?
It came along afterwards.
Oh, yeah, it was later.
Grunge wasn't until like the 90s or
Yeah.
so. And by that, at that point in my life, I was just totally
He was
absorbed
busy,
with
car stuff.
car stuff.
Yeah, that's teenager stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you talked about Top Fuel recently.
Did I?
You did. I remember, I don't remember what you said, though. You talk about, so many things.
I don't know. The only band I really want to see. There's no
He's
bands I
talking
want
about
to see.
bands now, again.
The only band that I really want to see.
Duran.
No, God, no.
Foreigner.
No, God.
Whole Notes.
No, I want to see Go Go Bordello.
Oh, do you really?
They keep playing here in Nashville, and I keep missing it.
No, I'm not really interested in them.
Well, you don't have to be.
No,
I am.
No. You could be.
Yeah, you stay home. I'll go see them.
Yeah, I liked them when they came out, and then I'm like, they're kind of a one-trick pony.
Go-Go Bordello?
Yeah, a little bit.
How do you figure one-trick pony?
They're kind of like, I don't know. They're like, I don't know. I don't like them.
What's not to like? It's gypsy punk.
Yeah, I know, but it's all kind of the same. It's all kind of the same. Yeah. Willie Nelson. Yes, it's gypsy punk. Yes, I liked it at first. And then I didn't like it that much afterwards. Let's see. Cab Calloway. 23 Skidoo.
23 Skidoo.
Gypsy Kablamo. Yeah, Gypsy Kablamo. It's a good song, I know. I'm aware. The Dead Milkmen, did you see them?
No. Bitch and Camaro. Yeah.
Motorhead. The Bad Brains. Johnny Paycheck. Did you see Johnny Paycheck?
Oh.
We're big country music fans.
I really don't like country music. I do like Kid Rock, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't like anything remotely country music, but everyone else can enjoy it. Sid Vicious.
Yeah, there was...
Johnny Rotten is good.
Oh, John Lydon. Well, somebody asked me recently, like, what celebrity would you want to meet? And Johnny Lydon.
Rotten?
Yeah, that's it. I believe is the only celebrity I'd really like to meet. I'd like to meet Mike Tyson.
Oh, really?
I would like to meet Mike Tyson.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Wow, what an odd mix, right? Johnny Lydon and Mike Tyson. There's very few people I really want to meet, right?
That's a very strange...
Well, Tyson, when he was at the top of his game, was from another world. He was from another planet.
You like Kid Rock's music?
I like some of it.
No, I don't like it at all. I can't believe you like that because it's so unlike anything.
I like his attitude.
No,
I like his attitude.
But that's not, his music's not very good.
But yeah, I would definitely like to meet Mike Tyson. I would definitely like to meet John Lydon, Johnny Rotten.
Yeah.
I would have loved to meet Zappa.
Mm-hmm. Well, Johnny Rotten is a Luddite.
Yeah.
Just like we are.
Just like me.
Just like you. You'd probably get along. Charlie says he met Mr. T at the Palladium in New York City.
Did you?
I
pity the fool that meets Mr. T.
I saw Iron Maiden at the Palladium in 1981. Oh, imagine what that was like. I was very close to the stage, and somebody threw up next to me.
Those were the Quaalude days. That's when everybody was on ludes.
It's true.
Oh yeah, how could I forget that? And they would throw up and not realize they were throwing up.
Right, yeah,
right,
no.
Yeah. Like, you'd be talking to somebody and they would just be like, yeah, I went to... And it was good. And they wouldn't even know it. They'd just be throwing up and they wouldn't even realize they were throwing up. I do miss the lewd days.
I saw Iron Maiden in 81. I had the t-shirt.
Then you had those mixed crowds where you had the cocaine people and the lewd people in the same. If you went to a party in New York in like 1980, let's just say, well, that was it, okay? You had your cocaine people and your lewd people, and they'd be intermingling with each other.
And they were all on mescaline or some form of acids as well.
Oh, those were the days.
Yeah. That was actually a really good show. What I remember of it. It's also very loud. UK, that's my band, Up the Irons. Is it EFOG? They were actually really good. That was when I was trying to get out the tunnel. People were throwing all over the place.
I'm telling you, that was lewds.
I believe it. Big Maiden fan, yeah. I don't know what happened to my t-shirt. It's gone. Actually, I wore that t-shirt on our first date.
Did you?
My Iron Maiden t-shirt, and I had on a denim jacket.
And you didn't say a word.
And I said a couple things. I was very quiet.
So the first time I took you out was to a Chinese restaurant in Manhattan.
Ho up.
Yeah. Then the second time I took you to a funny car race.
The next day we went to the race.
The next day,
yeah.
right?
We've been together every day since.
Well, that's not true.
Well, pretty much, yeah. I've seen you every day.
How's that possible?
What do you mean, how's it possible?
I'm off doing magazines,
off
doing drag racing and all this shit.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part, yeah. But the second race I took her to was Crazy 80s Fuel Funny Car Freakout. No. It was whatever funny car race it was. And I remember telling her as they're going to bring the cars out. I says, "Do you remember this?"
When?
I took you to Englishtown.
Yeah, I remember.
Right?
You took your t-shirt off.
Did I?
Yeah, we were walking. It was hot out.
It was hot.
And I realized he took his t-shirt off. I turned around and I was like, oh my God, he's taking his t-shirt off. You were walking. But that was the thing people did in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was normal.
That was normal.
But I remember they were bringing the cars around, right? So they brought the first pair of cars around and we got ready to start them. And I told her, I says, okay, you're a nice girl. I like you a lot, right? But you see this? So she says, yeah. I says, okay, pay attention because this comes first. And then they lit the cars and did the thing. And she was like, okay. And it's been like that ever since.
Okay. I'm just like, yeah, sure.
It's been like that ever since.
Fine. Ween? No, that's much later.
I liked Ween. I never saw them, but I like Ween.
We went around shirtless a lot. Shea Bullet says.
Yeah, it was normal.
I guess in the early 80s, I don't know, maybe people were more fit.
We were. We were definitely more fit.
Heavy people didn't walk around without their shirts on.
No.
Oh, funny. Looks like the ducks were quacking about a rat. The dogs took care of it. Maybe. Yeah, they were trying to get in.
Oh, yeah, we gotta check on them. I bet you they gotta go out.
Probably. Yeah, we're 2 hours in.
Oh, we really?
So they get to listen to us
Reminisce.
talk about our picture book.
Reminiscing, going down memory lane.
Memory lane.
Yeah.
And
every time I start to get
bands.
nostalgic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell them about the Mustang we saw yesterday.
every time I start to get nostalgic about the old days, I keep this around. It's the only souvenir I have from Nitro days. And that's... All right, we'll be out in a second. So anytime I get nostalgic, I remember this.
Pictures and pages, UTG. Tell them about the Mustang you saw yesterday.
It was nice. It was an 87 5-liter notch.
Yeah.
Really nice car.
Black. Perfect paint.
Old guy driving it.
Old guy driving it. I got it.
All right.
Sounded really good.
Guys, my puppies have to go out. We've been ignoring them for a long time now. So, listen, everybody who contributed to Super Chat, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Excuse me. It keeps, here come the puppies. It keeps my dogs fed. It keeps everybody fed. All right, stop. Our awesome mods, Ari, Fubar, Zero. So next Sunday night, guys, our mods are going to be live with us. We're all going to be together on StreamYard. And Kiwi will be with us too. So next Sunday night is going to be a lot of fun. And everybody contributed your presence and your conversation.
Just sent you Super Chat. Points forever.
Oh, thank you. Yes, points, man. So that's it. I think I'll be flying solo. May have a guest on Wednesday night for Wednesday Night Tech Talk. And that's it. I gotta let these guys in the yard. I'm sure they have to go. So now I have to go. So good night, all.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Have a great night.
Let's go.
Oh, and happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, and happy
From
Thanksgiving.
me. Well, you're gonna see them, but
I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Happy
But happy
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving if I don't see you. Good night.